everybody, I'm back, and it's actually still the same day. We had an ice storm last night, and I'm not going anywhere today. I'm staying home and just going to do this today, I think. So I promised to tell you about a technique that could really blast your closing and just give you a remarkable influence. And to get started, I'm going to tell you where you can go read more about this. It's a book on influence by a guy named Robert Cialdini. Okay, it was done like in the 80s, something like that. Good book, good book. Look her up, and if you're a reader, you'll like it. Okay, but what I want to tell you about is the use of one single word, which, listen to this. There was a lady who, this was a researcher, okay? So the researcher went to the library back when you had to stand in line to use the copy machine, and so there's this line, and she wants to button the line for her research. And she would say to people, I have 5 copies. Can I get ahead of you because I'm in a rush? And 94% of them let her do it. So you would think that it'd be because people are compassionate, she's in a rush, right? Well, then they did it with, hi, I have 5 copies. Can I get ahead of you because I want to make some copies? It only changed to 93%. It's basically the same, right? It wasn't that there was an explanation to go with it. It was the use of the word because. Even when the word because was used in such a foolish way, because I have some copies to make, just stating the obvious, right? It was effective. It was hugely effective. And it's so effective that you can actually use that word to manipulate, so it's dangerous. If you're a slippery type, I just made you more effective, at least slippery perhaps, but you know, don't be a crook. Don't push people around for your own purposes, but understand the use of the word because. Now, if you are closing sales, you can use the word because, and people need they need a reason to go behind the word because for it to make any sense, right? You don't want to look like a fool, but particularly, I mean, the more it gets, you know, the technology around us has given us such a huge world. You can't even touch that world. There's so much. You have to make decisions on so little information. Just all of us are just doing the best we can, and we need shortcuts. And when somebody says you need to do so and so, or may I do so and so because, you know, you have some kind of inclination. If somebody asks you to do something, your first inclination is to say yes. All right, now if they can't back it up with anything, then you can say no. You will say no. But like in that other lady, she just said, can I get in front of you? With nothing behind it, 60% of the people still let her do it. So it was really only 50% more. But so you see, there's an inclination to just say yes to you because people want to be liked, accepted by you. When you give them the word because, all of a sudden you give them a shortcut to say yes. And then it turns out they'll accept anything, even the ridiculous, for it. So if you say, you know, may I suggest, I think you should make this repair because it's just going to get worse, and you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm making stuff up here, but whatever you say behind the word because is going to make you vastly more successful. I mean, if you had a close rate that was only 1 in 10, and you went to 1.5 in 10, that'd be huge for you. And if you're already doing 70% and you get up to that 95%, that's going to be huge. The word because. Put the word because into your closing and your explanations, and you will become just huge, probably twice as much for the average guy, more successful in whatever it is you're trying to accomplish behind the word because, all right? Put it into use today and watch it happen. You will be flabbergasted how great it works. Isn't that a great word, flabbergasted? I loved it. I waited all day long to use that word on you. See you next time. Bye. Hey friends, I hope this was useful to you. Would you do something for me? Would you please share this with anybody you know that ought to hear it too? And then would you please give me the thumbs up and subscribe, right? That's kind of important on these things. Feel free to leave comments. All right, thanks a lot. And now get out there and do some winning.